Today's airgunning video is brought to you from the studio of Papa T Adventures. We hope you enjoy.
Good morning, family. Welcome back to Papa T Adventures. Today we're doing some baseline testing. We have the Natechrony, as you can see on the screen and on the end of here. We're going to take our first shots with it, shooting at about 10 yards, and get some baseline. Then we're actually going to move the electronics and the casing over to a new unit that I received from Nate. We'll do shots again, also with the 36.2, just so we can see the numbers are around the same. Then we'll try some big bore testing. So let's go ahead and get started. I do have the screen here. Hopefully we hold out. And that is getting louder and louder. Start with the pumpkin. .694 FPS, 16.58 feet or foot-pounds of energy. So we are shooting Crossman hollow point. There we go. Crossman Premier hollow points, 14.3 grain. Shot number 2. Shot number 3. This is from a full charge, verified this morning that the gun was charged up to 2,000. Now shot number 4. So the Natechrony is nice. It is lab certified for accuracy. Fits on the end, so we have it on half by 20 UNF threads instead of our moderator right now. Well, there goes our target, trying to run away from us. So we're coming up on our shots now, up to over 700 foot-pound, or feet per second, I'm sorry. So a 17 foot-pound energy. Really, I realized that the pellet weight's not right in here. I didn't set that. I'm going to leave it for now. Old Papa T mistake. We'll get to 10 shots, then we'll swap it. That way we have some accurate numbers for our next 10. Alright. So far, averaging 700, standard deviation of 7.28 for a feet per second. And our average energy, it says 16.88, but that's not right. It's like we said, our pellet weight was wrong. So let's go to our setup, where we set this wrong. Put in our weight, 14.3. Now we got the right thing sitting there. Back over here, you can see there's our shots. They're not adjusted because they're still based off what we were. It did adjust them. I think it adjusted them. I guess I'll find out when we go back and look at the video. Let's take another 10 shots. Probably realistically another 15 shots. Yeah, see, our energy is way down now. 15.77. It is also wind chill of about 30 degrees out here, despite our melting snow from last night's quote-unquote snowstorm. So we've settled right around 700 now. Realistically, I'm going to save that to 1. We're going to clear our shots. Do another 10. Put them into group 2. Just carving up this pumpkin a little more that's left over. Well, let's shoot that tin can. Maybe. I didn't actually see where I hit on it. You know how Papa T is with his shooting. Hit that tin can. You know, 5 shots. 5 more to go. It's like we're hitting towards the bottom of this pumpkin. Moment of silence. Out of the unit here next to us. I know that wasn't ideal for having to listen to, family. We're starting to see that drop off as we reach shot 25, coming down from that 694 of earlier down to a 645 now. 637. So now we got 25 shots in. I think that's enough for now, family. We'll go ahead and save this to 2. We did get standard deviation of 18 for our feet per second and almost 1, so 0.77 for foot-pounds of energy standard deviation. And like I said, we're coming down on that 15.33 when we're right there in the middle of our shots. All right, family, well, welcome back. We're got back in, refilled the gun back up to 2,000 psi. It was down around 1,000 after those 25 shots we took. So now we're going to give our thoughts now that we've gone through those first shots. So the Natechrony is designed, as mentioned, it is a muzzle mounted. So it's nice because in any lighting condition you can use it. It has different adapters. So this is the 1/2x20 UNF. This is the bigger version of that adapter. There is also a smaller, where the fins are smaller version when you have less clearance, but not such an issue here. And even with this on, able to refill the gun from our compressor. So just do some talking as we go through the other end of this that I wanted to show. For our first shots, first thoughts on this, I'll set that one down, is the fact that because it is muzzle mounted, that is one of the concerns. You have to have a way to get it on the end of the muzzle. Not everything's 1/2 UNF. So when I got it, I did get the 15x45 millimeter adapter. Put this in here. Hopefully you can see it okay. I got this adapter. Find a way that the gun sits in here all right. Afterwards, I was like, well, now I'm not sure that this will actually work with all of my guns. So we're going to go through. We're going to show it does work out. So this is representing our Red Riders. I didn't bring all the guns down, just a selection. So this represents the Red Riders, the Daisy Model 1998, and the Daisy Model 111. The adapter sits on nice and snug and does have different insert options. So go ahead and take that off. Nice and centered. We'll work with our 362 100th anniversary. Now you know. Chronograph numbers for that coming. One of the other downsides, if you're not using a scope, as you'll notice, this kind of blocks your sights. So while one of the advantages is supposed to be that you can shoot this wherever for like sighting in, as well as if you're not using a scope or something that's raised up, as you are going over your front sight, I mean, you could use a little higher on the post, I suppose. This sits, in this case, just above the post. Nice and tight. There you go. But makes it difficult to use for sighting in at the same time. On the 840. And that is about as far down as you can go with the single insert. That nice and tight. So there we go. If we wanted to, we could watch the numbers. In this case, we can still use our sights for the HK 416. Just representation of the CO2 showing it does fit on there in a slightly different style. But again, not recommended. Firearms absolutely don't, because you have power issues and concerns there. Just showing you, pistol too big to fit in there with that post that's there. Now something we can use with the DX17 and the DSX.
while it fits in there, again, your issue is to line up. Here we go. To line up where we actually shoot. We would be riding right along the top. We have that same concern with the Diamondback. That's an abnormal shape, which doesn't quite work with a universal. It does not fit in here due to that front post. Overall, I mean, it worked. You saw the 90% of the collection it works for. Not for our brake barrel and not for our pistols. I do have an adapter for the Texan. We'll look at that in the future, though. Overall, for around $100 to $130, not bad for the only certified Chrony I know on the market. Guaranteed to work indoors, outdoors, wherever. Just slide it onto whatever adapter to put on your barrel. Hook it up to your phone or computer or some other power source. Doesn't have to be one of those. You could use a battery pack. Maybe in the future I'll show it connected to a battery pack. Of course, then you have to mount that battery pack, either a long cord or mount that battery pack to your gun. Probably a long cord in the pack in your pocket works, just so you get power to it, and then you get your numbers. So that's all for now, family. There will be a second edition of this. We're going to take this and swap it to a different body that I have. Run numbers again, and then hopefully get to try it on the Texan. Let me know what you think. If you got any questions, comments, concerns, go ahead and leave them down in the comments. Thanks for stopping by, Papa T Adventures. We'll catch you next time.